beautiful Monday. I'm headed up to Three Hills, Alberta, which is about a 2-hour drive from the ranch northeast. It's a pretty country out here. It's a bit of the hoodoos, if you know what those are. Sort of getting into drumheller, dinosaur type of thing. Lots of farms, lots and lots and lots of farms. So much space out here, it's incredible. Really sort of clues you in on the type of productions that are needed to feed the world. And Alberta does export a great deal of its grain. Lots of it goes to China, actually. And I didn't know this before I got into beekeeping. But Alberta is like the beekeeping capital of Canada. There's lots of facilities around here that produce that stuff. So anyway, I'm on here to remind you that the Gobbler Summit's coming up. You know which one I mean. The algorithm's just blowing it into my feed. Probably I can't say the word anymore, so I have to say the Gobbler, the Knob Gobbler Summit. I'm not going to say most, but many of the people endorsing that program, that software, don't run their own business, which is perplexing to me that you have someone advertising, running a business software that doesn't own a business. Some interesting facts about business. Might be different in the States, but I doubt it. Most businesses fail in the first 5 years. And by most, it's like 82%. Running a business is not something that you should take lightly. Everybody on these platforms, have business training and coaching, and start your online business. And I'm telling you, you need to listen to me and no one else, and go take a couple of free business courses before you do that. Did you know the average margin of profit that most businesses make is 6%? Do you know Walmart makes 3% profit? Now, clearly they're working on a volume business, but that is crazy. Crazy to me that that's where it is. We try really hard and are fairly consistent at somewhere between 28 and 38% profit, depending on what we're doing. And the only reason that is possible is because I own everything. Like, I'm not making payments on anything. The only thing I have to make payments to is the effing government. And I can assure you that is a fight every single year. Every single year. My accountant, who used to work for CRA and does hate them, outlines my risks of pushing too hard. I'm like, push as hard as you want. Those buggers need to work for their money. I ain't giving them nothing for free. So, before you sign up for the Knob Gobbler Summit, and they, sort of high pressure tactic you into buying some software you don't need. And how many are there now? I literally get emails, I've mentioned them before. And actually, I won't mention them. I did buy. The reason I am critical of this stuff and outspoken on this stuff, because I've made the same mistakes. I've made those mistakes. I have bought and hook, line, and sinker job software that was absolutely useless. The one that we bought probably 20 years ago now was Jonas software, and it was revolutionary. It was tied to our BlackBerry phones. I had the big pancake BlackBerry, and you could go up to a piece of equipment and scan it. It would give you the history of it. Anyway, long story short, it cost me $36,000 to buy that software outright. We decided to lease it because it was a complete write-off to lease it. They flew out their training staff. It cost me probably another $10,000 in wages to have my staff trained on this Jonas software. And it was recommended by another mechanical contractor that I knew quite well. And it was absolutely a smoke and mirror show. It was terrible. Terrible. Everybody hated it. It didn't. I realize that things have improved on that level, but you still have to have the basics. Like, it doesn't solve anything for you. If you know what you're doing, then it's advantageous. It's no different than a Frigi that has analog gauges. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to read those gauges if you get digital ones. It makes no difference. Oh, look at my really expensive digital gauges. Do you know what those numbers mean? Well, no, but it looks cool. So, I wish I could report it as spam, because that's what it is. Just the non-stop. This is what you need. This is what you need. This is what you need. Join us for the free seminar. You know what? Everybody knows this line, or you should know this line. If something's free, then you are the product. You are the product. Because nothing's free. So they're trying to suck you in and get you to sign up for, I don't even know what it costs. Probably somewhere between $800 and $1,500 a month. Which is $20,000 a year. How many service calls is that for you? Do you even know that? How many service calls is that for your business that you're employed in? Do you even know that? You don't. And if you don't, then you should not be hawking that software, and you should not be thinking about starting your own business until you figure out that stuff. It's just, there are a lot of successful people that don't know anything about business, don't get me wrong. But I don't know any successful tradesman that runs his own business that doesn't have a firm understanding of his numbers and what they mean and the percentages that he needs to make, and is very protective of his bottom line. I think it's hilarious. I'll pick on Pete for the last minute. He's constantly, we'll go do a job on the weekend. He's like, they're really nice people, and maybe we could give them a senior's discount. Maybe not charge them the shop supplies on this one, blah blah blah. And then today, he got his check for the residentials. I won't go into it. Anyway, I hate the residentials, so I let the boys do it, and I pay them a percentage of everyone they do. And his check wasn't nearly as big as he thought it was going to be. I'm like, why is that, dude? Because every job you've gone to, you've decided to give them a discount. And that discount comes right out of your backside. Oh, yeah, it's the stark reality. So, manage your money. And like I've sort of been on both sides of that coin. I've decided to keep it small and keep it all. That's the message. But I still can't take a month off. Good for you guys taking a month off. I don't know how you do it. My thoughts, not yours. Have an excellent day.